Hello students, I am Dr. Shubhraja Pandey, Department of Microbiology, DP Vitro College. Today we will be dealing with microbiology of soil. When we talk about microbiology of soil, we must consider that all the regions of earth that contain living organisms are collectively called as biosphere, which includes air, water and soil. Living organisms, they constantly interact within themselves and result in various kinds of chemical transformations. The sum total of all interacting elements, including both biotic and abiotic factors, are called as ecosystem. Now, it is required to maintain that whatever be the ecosystem, it is required to maintain them in equilibrium. To maintain this balance, there are two very important factors that has to be regulated. First, there should be a steady flow of energy from sun, and second is cyclic turnover of elements, and these elements may be essential and non-essential. Whatever elements are there, their cyclic turnover must be there. there. While dealing with soil microbiology, there are few eminent workers, few eminent scientists who have contributed a lot to the soil microbiology. The principal roles that microorganisms play in the biological important cycle of matter on Earth, the cycles of nitrogen, sulfur, and carbon, was largely the work of two eminent scientists, S. Vinogradsky and M. W. Benjarik. S. Vinogradsky, a Russian scientist and regarded by many as the founder of soil microbiology. He discovered nitrifying bacteria, described the microbial oxidation of H2S and sulfur, contributed to the studies of reduction of nitrate and symbiotic nitrogen fixation, and originated the nutritional classification of soil microorganisms into autochthonous, that is humus utilizers, and zymogenous, that is opportunistic groups. Then M. W. Benjarik from Holland, who isolated the agents of symbiotic and non-symbiotic aerobic nitrogen fixation. However, his greatest contribution was a new and profoundly important technique, enrichment culture technique. This is a technique to isolate and study various physiological types of microorganisms from natural samples through the use of specific culture media and incubation conditions. Weizmann was the first to stress the study of soil microorganisms. Now dealing with nature of soil, how it is formed. The soil is the upper layer of the earth crust, which may vary in depth from inches to over 20 feet or more. Soil is formed from the weathering of rock through a complex process of physical, chemical, and biological forces that reduce rock first to regolith and then to soil. This regolith is sometimes referred as rock rubble. Each kind of soil has some distinctive features depending upon its parent rock from where it has been originated. This is called as soil profile. It consists of distinctive layers different from one another in color, texture, composition, etc. Each layer is termed as a horizon. The top layer of the soil is termed as O horizon. It is having organic materials, organic or O horizon, divided into two, O1 and O2, with original forms of material recognized and non-recognized respectively. Then comes A zone, A horizon, where mineral mixed with humus are found, and most of the roots are found in this place. After the A horizon, there comes B horizon with maximum accumulation of materials like iron oxides, aluminum oxides, and silicate clays. The combined form of A and B horizons is known as solum, and beneath the solum is C horizon, which contains calcium magnesium carbonates, and beneath this C horizon lies the regolith or bedrock. Now, dealing with microbiology of soil. The soil quality includes its capacity for crop productivity, food safety, health of animals and human beings. This quality may improve or may deteriorate depending on various influencing factors. The organic content of the soil derives from the remains of dead plants and animals. These are broken down in the soil by a combination of invertebrates and various kinds of microorganisms, and they are combinedly called as decomposers. Their action results in the release of substances that can be used by plants and many other by some other microorganisms. These decomposers actually breaks the complex organic form of content to the simpler one. Now, uh, in soil microbiology, we have the first more dominant group is bacteria, which is equal to one half of the microbial biomass in the soil. Majority are heterotrophs. Common soil bacteria we have Arthrobacter, Bacillus, Nitrobacterium, Clostridium, Micrococcus, Nitrosomonas, and so on. Based on the regular presence of the soil, bacteria can be grouped into two groups. First is soil indigenous or autochthonous. That means these are the group of bacteria. They are the true resident of the soil. They remain in the soil. They complete their cycle in the soil only. And the second is soil invader or allochthonous. That means they come to the soil from various other sources like water and air. They are found in abundance in cultivated land than in non-cultivated land. Bacteria play a major role in organic matter decomposition, biotransformation, biogas production, nitrogen fixation, and so on. Next is actinomycetes, which is commonly also called as ray fungi. This is an intermediate group of between bacteria and fungi. Numerous and widely distributed in soil, populations increases with the depth of soil. This ray fungi, it shares both the characters of bacteria and fungus like gram positive. It is gram positive like bacteria and filamentous like fungi, found in abundance in grassland pasture soil as compared to the cultivated land. Generally, they are aerobic heterotrophs. Abundance is next to bacteria. Order of if we see to the uh, order of abundance in soil actinomycetes, about 70% are streptomycetes, then we have nocardia, and then the last one we have micromonospora. Many of them are known to produce various kinds of antibiotics. The soil pH is the limiting factor for the growth of actinomycetes. Growth favored in alkaline and neutral pH. Then we have fungi, which are numerous in surface layers of well aerated and cultivated soil, dominant in acidic soils, aerobic but can even tolerate low oxygen, present in soil as mycelial bits, spores, rhizomorphs. Mycelial networks provide crumb structure to the soil, important for the aeration and water holding capacity of the soil. We have common genera like Aspergillus, Cephalosporium, Penicillium, Mucor, Trichoderma, Rhizopus, Alternaria, Fusarium, and so on. Then we have algae, which are also in abundance, found in moist soils. Most of the time they require light and moisture. Some are found in hot and cold area as well. Unicellular filamentous colonial photoautotrophs. Some are eukaryotic like green algae. We have Chlorella, Chlamydomonas, diatoms. We have Acaranthus, Pinularia, Navicula, yellow-green algae. Now, the last group, which is formerly called as blue-green algae, are prokaryotes, and are considered with bacteria having chlorophyll and phycocyanin, no flagella, no sexual reproduction, found in neutral to alkaline soil. Examples are Anabina, Cytonema, Tolipotrex, Limbia, and so on. Then we have protozoa, which are unicellular. Most of the soil forms are flagellates, amoebae, or ciliates. Derive their nutrition by devouring soil bacteria. Abundant in upper larger area of the soil, they are regulating the biological equilibrium in soil. Now, when we look into the importance of these organisms for maintaining fertility of the soil, we have some few points like they are microorganisms are involved in the nutrient transformation process, decomposition of resistant components of plant and animal tissue, role in microbial antagonism, participate in humus formation, which is of course a very nutritive part for plant growth, predator of nematodes, surface blooming, reduces erosion losses, improve soil structure, involved in soil structure, maintenance of biological equilibrium. Furthermore, the soil variety or diversity of soil microorganisms are again influenced by a set of various factors which are like soil moisture, fertility level of the soil, soil air, available water, soil temperature, organic matter, hydrogen ion concentration are some cultural factors. The content has been developed from various general microbiology books, images from open sources, and Agriculture Microbiology, Book of Agriculture Microbiology, ICAR. Thank you so much.